and gentlemen, welcome back to that favorite podcast of all of yours, First Strike, hosted at that little shop that nobody knows about, the Extra Life GameShop, with your hosts, of course, Brendan Friesen, myself, and Shane Wall, the final boss.
That would be me.
Stocky and cocky.
That's also me.
Shane Wall.
Yes.
I forget the other things I was gonna put on a mug.
There's a handful of them.
Shane's birthday is coming up.
We gotta get rid of that light with the shadow when I wear my hat forwards.
You don't like that?
No.
I think it makes you look edgy and dangerous.
With the shadow over my face?
Yeah. It makes you look mysterious. Like you're gonna kick some ass.
Well, why not?
Shane's birthday's coming up, and I keep wanting to get him a mug with all the things he says on it.
Well, you gotta do some rush shipping on that.
Yeah. It's like 2 days. Stocky and cocky. I'd rather eat a newspaper. Gotta put Final Boss on there somewhere. Alexander Fox, welcome to the stream. And we got Eduardo, welcome here as well. I'm doing good, sir. It's good to see you. If Kai doesn't talk at all during this, I'll buy a shirt. It's quite the deal. That's quite the deal. I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
That is hilarious.
I didn't even know you were here.
That's hilarious.
How did... I don't even know.
Just knows.
And Link Guy is here? I haven't seen Link Guy in a while.
That's funny.
Good to see you, sir. Lauren Pratt, welcome to the stream. Did you ship Robert his shirt?
Yeah.
You did? Okay, he just hasn't got it yet. He's so frustrated.
Really? That's a while.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's just been a while. And then Lauren's standing up for Kai. Why is this about Kai?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
I thought this was about us. About me and you.
That's what I thought.
Like the primary characters of the show. Cade Higgins, welcome to the stream.
So we have options here. See, we sell 2 shirts to go with Lauren and Cade. So
that's tough. If he talks.
If he talks and he's on screen at all time. Well, we already missed.
So far, that's the best.
He hasn't been on the all stream, so
we haven't seen his face.
Are we back with red? What's the red bar up top mean?
That means the connection's bad. And I don't know why.
Shouldn't be bad.
It shouldn't be. You're right, but it is.
Did we pay the cable bill?
Did you pay the cable bill, Shane?
The internet bill?
I told you 5 times to pay the cable bill.
Didn't do it.
Get Crow Gaming.
What's up, dude? We're gonna be talking a little bit of the Castlevania that we were playing. While he's here and on, anyways, we're gonna talk about. I've been playing Castlevania 1 with Get Crow Gaming, and we've wanted to beat it, and we've both never played it before. Are we still on?
Yeah, we're still on. We're still on. Don't worry.
Should I tap the mic and clap?
Yeah, make as many annoying, obnoxious sounds. Eat some pickle spears right in front of the mic, please.
Whoa! Read that last comment.
Darlene, I'll buy a shirt if I can. All right. I mean, I think that's
we're selling shirts.
Yeah,
today.
we're selling shirts. How come I never get that offer? Cade, why don't you ever put that offer in? But for me, I'm a little offended.
Yeah.
Nixia, welcome to the stream as well.
Me and Get Crow Gaming have been playing Castlevania for the first time. Both of us for the first time. And it's taken over my gaming life. I don't want to play anything but this game.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great time. I'm shocked at how good this game actually is. And the music especially. Like, I'm listening to the music now when I'm not at work.
And you've only played the first one so far.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's solid.
Yeah, we have a long way to go yet, and it's really good. We've been all the way to the final boss, I think 3 times. And in true NES fashion, the game will freeze on us.
Oh, of course. At the final boss.
At the final boss.
3 times.
We got to start all the way from the beginning again. But it's fine. We're getting really good at that beginning part.
Good. You're practically speed running
the beginning part. We're getting very, very good at the game, and we're really, really enjoying the game. We're gonna beat it tomorrow. That's the plan. In fact, I left a different NES on all night last night to make sure it was actually gonna work and everything, and it stayed on all night. So we're good to go. It didn't freeze.
Now I'm wondering if it was freezing though because of maybe certain parts of the game that weren't agreeing with it.
We don't really know. We were using a third-party power supply the first time it happened.
Okay, that'll do
So then we switched it, and then it was good. And then, for some reason, it froze again later on. So this last time, we tried a different controller, a different power supply, and finally a different NES altogether. We tried a couple other NESs, like the console. But now we finally got it working, and we hope it works. It's going to work and everything, and whatever. We're doing it. So that part's good. But yeah, we're gonna kill that game tomorrow, and it's gonna be great.
And then you got the next one, and then the next one.
Yeah.
And then the next one.
Yeah, there's 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of the Castlevanias we're planning on playing.
And then skipping the N64.
The N64
PS3.
ones are apparently not that great. We might give it a shot. Do you
I
have those?
I don't own them, no.
No.
I want to try out
I've had
64.
both of them in here before. It looked weird.
It does. It doesn't see. It's not traditional.
It should not have made that jump.
They jumped into the 3D
to
space.
the 3D thing. But whatever. We'll see. We're going to play some more of that, and we'll see.
If you throw me in a dumpster, Lauren will buy a shirt, I hear. I'll buy Brendan's shirt if he takes it off. All right.
Lauren will buy any shirt.
All right. I'm down. And then we got some fight. Man, there's some abuse going on in the chat.
Some racism even.
Some racism going on in the chat. It's that kind of night, huh?
Yeah. What? Okay, can we touch on what happened down the street last night?
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
So last night, an hour after we close.
Oh, it was that soon, huh?
It was at around 10 o'clock.
Wow. All right.
There's a convenience store, what, 2 blocks down the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 blocks down the street there's a convenience store, and some 14-year-old kid went in there with a gun and tried to rob the damn place.
Yep. Young little schmutz.
So he probably got his $25 or something or whatever he was after.
Maybe.
And
Pack of gum.
yeah, which is crazy. And then the police brought their dogs. We got this new K9 unit guy.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
I have
Enzo.
no- Is that his name?
Yeah,
I didn't know his name.
I think so. I think his name's Enzo.
But he's good.
And he followed the guy to a house nearby, and that's where he was.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So they got him.
And I was
and
hauling-
he's gonna get something done like that. That's gonna stick for a while.
14-year-old kid thinks it's a smart. Like, what did he get out of that? What was he
I don't
expecting?
know, what did you need $8 so bad for that you had to do that?
Well, there was this new game on the eShop.
He needed for the Clash of Clans.
He was $8 short to buy Cuphead. So now he has Cuphead.
It's kind of worth it. I mean, I would
It's
just
kind of
give
worth it.
I would have just given it to him.
Yeah?
Really.
Would you have? I still can't believe that happened. Like some kids, I just don't understand that.
That's wild. This is a small town, man, but it's really changing.
He had a gun.
A lot.
Or like,
I imagine it wasn't
probably
a, real
fake gun.
I don't think it was real. But,
Yeah.
But at that point, if you walk in with a real gun or a fake gun, you're getting charged the exact
They will
same
assume.
charges.
Absolutely.
And all those charges will stick, whether it was a real gun or a fake gun. So it doesn't matter. At least walk in there with a real one.
Oh, he's 14. Where's he going to get a real gun?
I don't know. Where do you get
Dad, can I borrow your gun?
Where do you get a fake gun?
Any dollar store?
What if it was a real gun?
Dollar store? It could have been. I'm not denying
Honestly,
that.
I would have assumed that it was a fake gun had the kid come in here.
Yeah? I would also assume it's a fake gun, but you want to play that card?
I would have.
Yeah? Stocky and cocky. This is why we're getting...
I honestly would have. That's just not going to happen.
That's why we're getting you this mug. We got Damien Penner. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, sir.
Owner of that nice little pizza shop down the road.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. You have never seen the inside of the Rocco's till when it's full of money.
You know what? That would be correct. I have not.
You've never seen that. How crazy would it be if one of the Rocco's delivery drivers showed up at the front door with the till full of money for you to see? And say,
Damien?
is that you? Oh, that's just Kai. That's just Kai. Being a turd. We got still short to buy. No, not a cupcake. Cuphead. Well, yeah, have you played more of that game since?
No, I need to. But
You're on a
Castlevania
Castlevania binge.
is just too damn good.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it too, and I was enjoying it.
And the problem is, I can only play it once. Get Crow Gaming is here, so we can play it together.
Dusty.
And man, okay, so Saturday night, my son, he's just over 1. He was up from 11 till 5 that night.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not sleep. We went for a drive uptown for an hour and a half in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's right.
You will sleep now. There's music going. It's pitch black. You will sleep. No. He's sitting in the back talking, asking where his sister is, basically. And it's hilarious. Like, just go to sleep, kid. It was ridiculous. So then that Sunday morning, I was going to come here and take a nap because the rest of the family was at the in-laws. And I debated playing Castlevania or taking a nap.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a nap. But then a couple hours later, I came back here and I played more Castlevania.
There it is. There it is. I still can't believe that. From 11 till 2, not falling asleep. You take him for a drive in the pit.
Still doesn't fall asleep.
4:30, he's finally out. Like,
just screaming bloody murder if we're not holding him.
This is
it's
why
just the end of the world.
This is why I can't have kids. Like, I still do that to my parents.
Yeah.
So I'm not capable of dealing
Well, that's
with
why
it.
you're moving out. You got kicked out.
That's exactly why. That's exactly why.
I deal with that.
Kai's gonna have to deal with that. Kai is going to absolutely have to deal with that. We went and checked out our apartment today.
And?
It's looking good. They painted it. My carpet is disgusting.
I heard they freshly rug doctored it.
They did freshly rug doctor it, and they still couldn't get all the stains out of my room.
I just find it weird that your landlords, I used to have birthday parties at their house all the time.
That is...
Well, not all
cute.
the time, I guess once a year. Probably, maybe. But
Okay, well, still, yeah, you can only have one birthday party a year.
yeah, probably
For one person.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have two, but that's breaking the rules.
Yeah.
I tried to play a game the other day. I tried to start. I really wanted to play, so I went home.
I remember that you were here. You were saying you wanted to.
Yeah, I
play
wanted
something.
to play a game. Guess what I picked?
You picked. Do I know?
No, you don't.
You didn't tell me.
I didn't tell you.
You picked.
I named a lot of things, and it's not any of the things I named.
Really, eh?
It was a weird last minute, like, yeah, why not?
What console?
It was a GameCube.
GameCube. Eh?
Yeah.
We're gonna go. Prince of Persia would have been a good one, but you haven't played that.
I own it too. I just haven't got around to it.
Oh, that Ty the Tasmanian Tiger game?
No.
Oh. Don't know.
Pokemon Coliseum.
Oh.
I don't know why, but because I wanted to. I looked at Star Fox Assault. I almost put that in. I looked at Ty. Almost put that in. But for some reason, I went with Pokemon Coliseum. I played about 20 minutes and got bored. And then I had a date with M.
I'm
so.
making that topic of how to improve that.
Yeah? You're making that a topic?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Okay. I the thing is, if I kept playing, I probably would have got into it, but I didn't keep playing. That was my problem. I don't know. I think I picked the wrong game. I want to play something older. I've been looking more into that Star Tropics game, and the more and more I see it, the more I want to play.
That's
it.
another one I really want to play as well.
It looks good.
I just know you need the manual for it.
You need the manual for it.
Oh, I think I played it.
It's very good.
There's a part where you need to enter something that's in the manual into the game, and if you don't have that, you're never gonna figure it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you can just get even when we're in 2017.
No, there's no cheating.
Oh, this is like Zelda
There's
with
no
your
cheating.
map.
You need to now buy.
I think that's the game we have to play through side by
We
side.
actually
again.
have a manual in here. We have a mint copy of Star Tropics.
Oh, this game.
Do you?
In the
I
box.
played this on my
Yeah.
NES.
In the box?
Yeah, I got a mint copy.
I'll buy it up.
Minty mint.
I'll buy
It's probably the best conditioned box NES game I have.
I want to see this after the podcast.
I
Yeah.
played this on my NES Classic. It was the first game I played on it.
Is it
Nice.
on the NES Classic?
Yeah.
Nice.
You can
Yeah,
play
it was a
mine
huge
if you
game.
want.
It was a huge game.
It's really fun.
We're still talking about buying shirts,
It's really hard, but it's fun.
and all you have to do is take your hat off.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, huh? That's the
I'm
deal
a hat
breaker.
guy.
Oh, well, Lauren has to
One
buy a
day I
shirt
went
now.
to high school. The first day of high school, we were allowed wearing hats at the high school.
Ooh.
I became hat guy
You were a hat guy.
instantly.
Yeah?
We're wearing hats now,
Well, add a B.
and I've worn a hat 99.9% of the time since then.
I don't. It's a rare day you're not wearing a hat. You have the same look every day. Hey, I'm wearing these black shorts or these khaki shorts.
Yep.
I'm wearing this black shirt or this blue shirt
Or this black sweater.
or this black sweater
or
this
the-
gray shirt.
Well, there's the other black sweater.
this other black sweater or that other
Well,
black
lots
shirt.
of black sweaters.
And here's my black hat with my, for some reason, because I don't like shoes, but I wear these Under Armour sandals with socks.
So can we address the hickey in the room?
What? Come on, man. I get
I
ridiculed
thought it
enough
was
at
subtle. thought
I
it was
get
subtle.
ridiculed at this enough at work. Just because I tell you the story doesn't mean.
It's right
Oh!
It's right there.
Oh!
Nice.
Your wife gave that to me.
Doubt it.
Yeah, you'd be. I
She's
do.
not into men that are smaller than her.
Oh, well done. Bummer.
Well, that's what she tells me anyway.
Can we move forward, please?
Gunner knows what a hat is. That's cool. I didn't know that. Sweet.
That's what I tried playing this week. I tried and I couldn't get into it. I need to try again. I was liking Castlevania.
Yeah, you played. Yesterday you played a
Yeah,
lot.
I was playing and I was
It's really good.
getting into that faster than I was getting into Pokemon Coliseum. So maybe I need to play some older games. Maybe that's what the mood I'm in.
Play some Metal Gear Solid.
I don't know about Metal Gear.
It's
That's
so good.
like I
Metal
bet
Gear
they are. I'm
Solid.
just
The
not
problem
a
is you have to start at the beginning with that to understand anything, and then even if you do start at the beginning, you're still not going to understand anything. So it's
It's probably
it's
one of the
tough.
most,
It's a tough.
Yeah.
What do you do?
It's one of the most convoluted story in all of video
Sorry,
games,
are
I
you on the
think.
podcast?
Yeah.
Nobody can hear you. Go away. Go away. Mr. Nunn, welcome to the stream. It is good to see you. Mr. RW Studios, welcome to the stream as well. Your hair is, thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right.
So we got a bit of a hefty news segment.
Yeah. I haven't done news properly in a while.
Yeah. So.
And you have it all written down.
Yeah.
I don't have anything written down.
Good job.
So I want to just throw out, with the Switch, the GameCube controller support.
There
now.
you go.
I want to throw that out there.
It's not in all games, but it's in some games, most games, I think. I mean, how many games are on this damn thing?
4,
Okay,
give or take.
so
Give or take 3 of them.
3.
Yeah, so it's about 1.
Yeah,
It's got game.
yeah, it's got the game.
But yeah, it works for a lot.
Yeah, you use that Wii U GameCube controller adapter, and you can use your GameCube controller, which is awesome, because those Pro controllers are ridiculously expensive.
They are real bad.
They are. I would not have bought one if GameCube support would have been there.
No, I bought mine literally 2 weeks ago, and now they have this GameCube thing out
Yeah,
now.
it kind of sucks.
It's neat. It is cool. I'm glad Nintendo did it, and it does hint towards Virtual Console in a way. I feel like that's definitely
Kind
a
of,
thing.
but that's what they want you to think.
They're gonna.
And they're
going to come out with it.
They don't even know what they're doing.
They're going to come out
They
with
don't.
it.
What they do every morning. I've been there. I've talked with Miyamoto, and every morning they have a dartboard of the things that they could do this week. And Virtual Console isn't even on the dartboard.
What's on the dartboard?
They have to hit. They have to throw a dart and then throw another dart to hit the end of that dart. Then they will do Virtual Console.
That's a hey.
So there's a chance.
Miyamoto,
it's not gonna happen.
he's got a wicked throwing arm.
He does.
He knows what he's doing. He's not aiming for that though. He's aiming for the Wii Sports port for the Switch.
Yeah,
that's Wii Sports
Okay,
port.
let's play a fun game before I get to it. It's coming up on the news thing here. How many? And you can't look it up. How many special edition consoles
7
of the DS and 3DS do you think there are?
Think
about it.
respectively.
Guess it. Come up with a number. People in the chat. Don't look it up. It's actually kind of hard to find all of it anyway. But just take a guess of all the DS consoles and the 3DS consoles. Different bundles and variations and that shit.
Did you hear about the new one they released?
Yeah, they're making that Super Nintendo one.
Yeah.
Which looks cool, and that's how this all started. It got me thinking, how many different versions of these things are there?
Different skins.
There's just so many of them. So how many are there actually? So I went and did the research for you.
Oh.
So we'll get to that later. But there's a bunch of drama on this popular website, NeoGAF.
Okay.
Did you hear about that at all?
No.
You know the site, right?
Yeah, no NeoGAF yet.
Yeah, it's just a big old ball of flames right now. The main guy on that site, the owner of the site, was involved in some kind of assault towards a woman or something, and like all the mods on there, they're quitting, they're done, they deleted everything, and it's gone.
What?
It's done.
No way.
Nobody's supporting it. No, like it's done. You look it up. Like it's done, man.
Well, snap.
So that's pretty crazy because that's been one of the main.
I hadn't even heard about this.
Really, man,
Yeah.
it was everywhere.
Unbelievable.
So that's done. Also, Lego Dimensions is finally done.
I don't care.
No, I don't either.
I haven't played a Lego game since Lego Star Wars.
They like games like that with Skylanders and what was the other one? Lego Dimensions, Disney Infinity.
Oh yeah.
Those games. Just they all bombed pretty quick. They were the hype
Skylanders.
got high,
Yeah.
and then that was it.
They don't last. They're fads and they're quick.
Exactly. They're very fast. So that's over now. But nobody really cares.
No, not even a little bit.
So on the back to the DS thing. What's your guess on how many DS? So not 3DS, just regular.
Just DS? Man, I'm trying to think of the ones I've seen before, like that were made.
Whatever number you come up with, it's gonna be more.
This is true.
I would think maybe
It's more.
maybe 70,
More.
100,
More.
120,
More.
150,
133.
133
Just DS.
Different variations that were made.
of the original DS.
The original DS.
Not even the. So when you say okay, because when you think of DS, the DS had that original ugly looking thing, and then it turned into the DS we know.
DS Lite.
Are those two different things?
Nope.
Those are one. So it's just like the special Mario looking ones.
The
and
Mario one, the black one, the pink one, the red one, the this one, the that one, the Pokemon one, the this, the that, everything. Okay?
See, I like that though.
That's a lot.
It is.
Man, that is a lot.
But I like that. See, I wish I don't care about the DS though, so I don't really care. But like with the N64, they would do stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Why don't they still do that with consoles? Because I loved that.
Yeah?
That made them so much more fun to collect and buy. Like, I want more than one N64 because there's so
But as
many.
a collector purist, you got to track down 133 different DS systems.
Yeah, well, DS I don't care
That's
about.
unbelievable. So 3DS, the newer version,
I think there's more.
There's not more.
There's not more?
There's not more.
Because I feel like you got the Mario and Luigi, you got the
Oh, there's lots. Yeah.
SNES, you got the it's just the silver, you
Yeah.
got the black, the blue.
So there's 81 different 3DS consoles,
Wow.
and they're still making new ones, like with the Super Nintendo looking one, which is crazy. So together, that's 214 variations of the DS. Just be done with it, please.
They love
Just-
that console.
Just move on.
They are so
please.
proud of it.
Just do something else, man. The touch screen isn't cool anymore. Get rid of that thing.
Mr. Nunn, thank you for tweeting out the stream. We appreciate it. I know. I
That's insane.
I will-
214 different ones?
will never love that console as much as the rest of the world does.
No.
Because it's just not that good.
No, and it looks terrible. It looks terrible.
We had a Pikachu Nintendo 64 here.
Yeah.
Someone finally bought it after months.
Yep.
See for like half a year.
Yep.
But Telltale Gamer Bros, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you as always. Ah man, that's so many. I can't even name all of them.
That's way too many.
I couldn't even name half of them.
No, there's so many weird ones. There's even one that if you'd go to the Seattle Mariners baseball game, you could buy a Seattle Mariners DS system.
What?
Yeah, there's
From
like
Nintendo.
3,000 made or something like that, or 2,000 made or something. It's just like stupid stuff like that. It's ridiculous, man.
See, that's over the top. But I do like the variation in console and stuff. That's always
Yeah,
something
yeah. To have a few different ones, when you just come up with the same black one at launch,
And then the
and you
white
just
one
have
comes
the-
later.
and then you get the white one later, and then the gold and the silver, and then
Like, be more
whatever,
fun.
other fancy ones and whatever.
Like, I want the GameCube colored Joy-Cons for my Switch. That'd be cool. People would buy that.
Yeah,
It'd be neat. But no, it's all black, gray, and silver now, and white, and then the special edition
I
gold.
like the white.
I do like the white. The white PS4 looks wicked.
Yep.
That thing is hot.
I love that thing.
I don't know.
Also, the Super Mario Bros. World record got broken again.
Really?
So they are really running out of options to shave time there. It's still not perfect. It's not a perfect run. He could be better, slightly. But it's the same guy, Darbian, or however you say his name.
No, he beat his own.
He beat his own record.
I think you can do it.
No,
You can do it.
I can't.
Sure
I
you
can't
can.
I can't do the pipe trick.
Yeah, you can.
I
You
can't.
gotta practice it more.
I can't do it.
It's been years. You haven't tried.
There's, you know the pipe trick? No? In World 4-2, there's a beanstalk that you hit, that you climb, and then you're allowed to go all the way to World 8.
Yeah, I know that one.
Okay. Before that beanstalk area, it's close to the beginning. Before that, you have to jump backwards 3 times while moving forward. So you're facing the other way, but jumping forward, and that will skip 1 frame.
For all you
now
speedrunners
have
out there.
Now you have to
Oh.
perfectly hit the beanstalk, keep jumping, and go down a pipe, and it'll treat it as if you climbed the beanstalk. Because to climb the beanstalk, that's going to cut about 5 to 10 seconds off.
Yeah.
Or that'll add 5 to 10 seconds on your time. So you have to jump backwards to skip the 1 frame to get into the thing, and that I've never been able to do that. I can't do
I
that.
see.
Russell, welcome to the stream, sir. Good to see you. Yeah. What are we talking? This DS thing?
Yeah, we're done with that. We're moving on to
Speedrunning, apparently.
speed running a little bit, and then we also got the sales numbers for consoles and games.
Oh.
And
For this point of
what
the
do you
year, or
think was the best-selling console in September?
In September?
Yep.
September. Ooh.
It may shock you.
The Wonder Swan.
No,
Okay.
no,
The best-selling console
in September.
in September. I know the PS4 has been on top for a while. I refuse to believe it's the Xbox One.
Yeah, because who would buy that?
It can't be the Switch. It's too understocked to be the highest selling. So I would say the PS4, but clearly it's going to shock me. So that's the wrong
No, I
answer.
said it might.
Well, that
It might.
well
shock.
is it or is it not the PS4?
It is not the PS4.
Is it the Xbox One?
It is not.
Is it the Nintendo Switch?
No.
Is it the 3DS?
No.
Is it the Sega Atari box?
No.
The
It's not out yet.
Atari?
No, it's not out yet.
It's not out yet.
No.
The console is not out yet.
No, the Atari box isn't out yet.
Oh, so this console, how long has this console been around?
Since September.
It came out in September.
Yep.
This console came out in September,
It did.
and it is the most sold
It is the best-selling console of the month.
PC. Like,
No. Did that come out this month?
well, a new brand,
PC
maybe.
gaming is
Yeah,
new.
PC
starting
new.
September 2017.
That's-
Never forget
that's-
PC gaming.
September 17th, huh? Is that the date that it came out?
Well, 2017, the year.
Ah.
Anyways, Super Nintendo Classic.
Oh.
outsold everything.
Really?
Yeah, followed by the Switch and then the PS4.
Really?
So in the 7 months that the Switch has been around, or that these sales numbers have come in, the Switch was number 1 in 5 of those 7 months.
That's nuts.
Which is pretty crazy.
Wow.
Never mind what it could have been.
If they actually
stocked
stock
it. It's fully stocked now.
Yeah.
Now you could walk into Walmart today and you could buy one here.
Yeah, you're right.
So they're everywhere now. But yeah, and also the best-selling game of 2017.
Ah, you told me this.
The best-selling game, which came out in September, Destiny 2.
Yeah.
The best-selling game of 2017.
That was quick.
That's amazing.
That was really quick.
That's quite something.
How do you pass PlayerUnknown Battleground? Like, how do you pass all that so fast? Like, Horizon Zero Dawn was huge. Like, I don't know how. Breath of the Wild, that's the only game you could buy for the Switch.
The problem with Breath of the Wild and Horizon is that they were exclusives. So
You're right.
They're not going to sell that much.
True.
Even Uncharted and The Last of Us never sold that much. Same with everything. Mario hasn't sold that much. I think Mario Kart 8's the best-selling Switch game at like 3.7 million or something. I don't know how that outsells Breath of the Wild.
It's because it's a multiplayer family experience.
How does it outsell Breath of the Wild?
It just does.
How, though? It doesn't make sense.
Just remember, you remember that statistic? There were more Breath of the Wild copies sold than Switches themselves
At the beginning.
for a while there.
See, that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, DX.
People like their Mario
whatever.
Kart, man. They love that shit.
I guess.
Digold Gaming, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't even think of the SNES Classic as a console. It's
No,
not
I don't
even-
either, but it counts. I mean, it is a...
To me, it's an emulator. Like, it's
Sure, it's an emulator box. Absolutely.
Sega Atari box.
But it counts.
I want more information on the Atari box. I still want to know more about that thing.
They announced the price point.
It was like too much,
Between-
$250 or
It
something.
was
like
between $250 and $400, and it was going to play some PC games, and I think it was going to have Steam support.
that. Some PC games does not
So-
get me excited.
No, it really doesn't. Man, a proper Steam box, Valve could have made so much money on.
Yeah, for sure.
When they were first
They
coming out,
tried.
They,
sorta.
well, but they let everybody else try too. It just became this thing. Like, here, everything's a Steam box. You can pick them up everywhere now.
Yeah.
But if they would have just made one, and that's it, nobody else could make one.
Yeah, and marketed it as a console.
That would have been huge.
For sure.
I would have bought one.
Yeah?
Most likely,
Really?
maybe.
Okay.
I mean, we have a good PC here. That would have been before I would have had a proper PC. So maybe not. But I don't know. That would have been interesting. I think it would have sold very, very, very well.
It would have done okay at the very it wouldn't have tanked.
At that point, then there would be absolutely no reason to get an Xbox One.
No, wow, that would completely obsolete.
Yeah.
Oof. I still don't understand the anything about why people buy that console. I don't understand.
Yeah, unless if you love Halo or Gears of War, that's really the only reason.
The controller, but you can get different mods.
Sure.
Yeah, a controller is better too.
Sure, but
Man,
I'm not buying a console because of the controller, right? I'm buying it for the games.
I've not bought a console because of the controller.
No? That's the number one thing to look for.
It's huge.
Yeah.
The Wii? Nope.
It's not a controller, that's a
PS3?
remote.
Nope. I have agreed to play Super Paper Mario.
I hate this.
This we
burns
came
me.
up with this pack.
In the first 10 episodes of the podcast, which was over a year ago.
Really? So we're at probably over a year ago.
It's been over a year.
That's amazing. So I made this deal. Brandon wants me to play this Super Paper Mario
As do
game.
I.
And yeah, both of these guys do. And I made them a deal. If we ever have a Wii and the game in the shop at the same time,
And I'm not allowed to bring it.
I will play it. It can't be somebody personally that brings it. It has to just from the wild show up here.
And you've gotten Wii's,
I've got Wii's,
And
and
then
I've had a couple copies of Super Paper Mario,
but
they're
never at the same
together,
time.
And they've sold, and I've always think about it because I'm nervous. I've had two Wii's sitting here forever.
But no
And
copies
every
coming.
time somebody brings a stack of Wii games, I'm nervous. And this guy brought in a big stack of Wii games filled with every Mario game but Super Paper Mario, and it's a common game.
It's so
It
common.
sold what, like 15 million or 17 million or something. Like,
There's a lot of copies
there's
out
a lot,
there.
Yeah, a lot of them out there. It's unreal.
People
and,
just-
it hasn't shown up yet. So
People are hoarding their Wii collections. That's what's going on.
Good.
I'm gonna get what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of my copies and I'm gonna give it to some schmuck in the shop who I don't know.
see, I'm gonna know.
You're not gonna know.
Yeah, I'm gonna know.
I'm not gonna know.
Yeah, I'm gonna know.
I'll give him some other shit. So it's not like he just came in with Super Paper Mario.
I'm gonna know.
I'll be smart about it.
Well, I'm gonna question them. Where'd you get this?
Well,
Why do you have this?
And I'll get a good liar to come in. Did you hear, by the way? I don't know. I read there's a game franchise that is getting a new game. I don't know when this was announced. When I just saw it today, and it was like, oh, that's weird. It's by Accolade Games. They're making a new. I don't know if it's a remake of an older game from this series or if it's a new game. But yeah, they're remaking. It's one of your '90s mascots is getting a game. You hear about this?
No, which one?
Bubsy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
That was a Kickstarter thing too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
The Attack of the Woolies or something like
So
that.
we'll see if it actually happens.
I saw the trailer for it. It's cute looking. It looks like Bubsy.
Not gonna play it.
No.
No.
Rude. Why not?
Bubsy's garbage.
Ah, well, still, it was cute. It was cute. I just thought that was neat. I like Bubsy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just sound thrilled.
I don't care at all.
Okay, fine. Then we'll talk about what you want to talk about.
Okay. You want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
We're gonna talk about how to improve the Pokemon franchise.
How to improve? Perfect.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
It is not.
There's
perfect.
nothing to improve.
Well, they clearly have.
It's
not
a
changed
masterpiece.
Anything.
Nope, that's why it's because it's
So
perfect.
everybody loves this franchise so much,
Because it's perfect.
and but it's just, man, I expect so much more out of this franchise. I played Pokemon Blue back in
Hey, it was
grade
perfect.
7,
was
and it was
perfect.
good.
It was perfect.
It was good. It was solid.
It was perfect.
It's a very good entry level turn-based RPG.
It was perfect.
No.
Yeah.
It was not perfect.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It was perfect.
It was a good game.
Perfect.
No. It was good.
All right, here's my argument to why it's perfect. It's one of the best-selling franchises in the world.
Doesn't make it perfect.
That makes it perfect.
No.
It's perfect.
So Destiny 2, perfect game.
It's perfect.
It's not perfect.
This is clearly a bullshit argument. But the point is that people love this game. It's like Call of Duty, right? It's the same thing you're re-releasing over and over again, but people love it so much that you can get away with that. That's the thing. Why would we change our Pokemon formula if it's working? They seem to recognize that.
See, usually games kind of grow with their audience a little bit.
They should. Absolutely, they should.
And I'm amazed that they've been able to keep their audience with the newer Pokemon games.
Recently, and I mean very recently, since like the 3DS era, they have started to change things. It's still very similar to how it is. The story is never anything to talk about in Pokemon games ever. It's the same shtick every time. But they have added more elements that make it more complicated, more advanced, and then you can get really in depth with some technical stuff, which wasn't around in the Blue days, even Fire Red, Leaf Green, Emerald even. So they have made changes that I don't think you're just not aware of. There's like Super Evolve.
Well,
and
I
stuff
threw
like that.
in Pokemon Y or X, and it felt exactly the same with some graphical upgrades, but that was about it. It felt like it was the exact same game. The combat, or the battle system, whatever you want to call it, is exactly the same.
Oh yeah, the combat system.
And I expected so much more. I thought for sure there would have been.
They want to keep it simple. They don't want to put it in advanced.
And they have, but don't you think a little more of a bit slightly more grown up?
I know what you mean.
Game would be good.
I know what you mean. I think that'd be wicked. I think
If
fans
they-
would be excited about that.
Yeah,
too.
I'm not talking just straight up rated M
Guns,
Pokemon games here. I just
shooting.
I just want like some improvements in the combat system. That's all I'm really asking for. Story is it's story, whatever. You got to get the badges and save
Elite Four.
the
Woo.
planet or whatever. I mean, all games are like that. Save the
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But that doesn't have to be perfect. The gameplay needs to be
I think it'll happen
good.
yet. There will
think
be
so?
there will be a more mature Pokemon game
Maybe.
at some point.
I'm kind of nervous. I don't think it's going to happen, but just because I don't think it's going to happen, it probably will. The way Zelda got the Breath of the Wild treatment, where they kind of went out of their comfort zone and just made something very different and just completely different.
For sure.
Maybe they're going to try that with other franchises, or maybe they don't. Is it smart to do that?
I mean, look at
Not
Odyssey.
smart to do that.
Look at that's very different.
It is.
That's a
You're right.
that-
So they're kind of 2 for 2 here. Are they going to keep going with that? Are they going to keep on making completely going out of the formula and making different stuff?
I have to wonder because Nintendo's famous for doing that. They love to take something that people like and then change it. They love doing that.
Yeah.
And Pokemon, I think it's because they don't. It's Game Freak that develops Pokemon. I'm not even sure how this works. Yeah, so they don't have full control over how it works, right? But they did announce a Pokemon game coming to the Switch.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, in a very distant future, but
Yeah.
they've announced one. It could be different, and it's a console. You got to think of it this way: it's a console Pokemon game, which we haven't seen in forever.
I have not played Coliseum or Gale of Darkness, so I don't know how different those were.
They're different. The storyline
is the battle system any different?
The battle system, it works the same way. You have 4 moves.
Yeah.
You have all the potions. It all works the same way.
I'm just surprised that they keep it to the 4 moves, and you gotta get rid of stuff, and you gotta have more. I don't know. It's just surprising.
I know what you mean. You think they could add more? Maybe have more than 4 moves.
Yeah.
You can hold like 8, and then I get what you mean.
Because I'm sure there's a lot more people out there that know this stuff better than I do. But what improvements have they made in the newest? What's the newest Pokemon game that's not a remake? Sun and Moon.
Alpha. Yeah, Sun and Moon. Yeah.
Okay, so what did Sun and Moon do that Pokemon like Blue didn't do? See, I don't know this. I'm open to hear.
I don't know if anyone in the chat's. I know there is somebody who can explain it. Because there is new stuff. I just can't throw it out there because I haven't played the games that much. I know there's like super evolves now, and you can train your Pokemon different ways to make them stronger via like in-depth breeding and stuff. Like
that's what I'm in for.
Like it gets.
If a game doesn't have good in-depth breeding, I'm not interested.
If the GameShop doesn't have good in-depth breeding, I wouldn't even be here. But we got in-depth breeding here at the Extra Life Stop and Swap Quick Stop and Go Mart.
Quick Stop and Go Mart.
Quick Stop. Can we talk about that really quick?
Yeah, I love that story.
I want to bring this. When we go to Edmonton to drop off this TurboGrafx kiosk thing that Shane has and make it just a butt ton of money off this thing, we're walking around the city and there is a little convenience grocery store with the ugliest sign advertising it above it.
Worse than what you would imagine a photoshopped ugly sign would be.
Yeah, like
worse than that. I can't believe they paid money to have this done.
They were trying. First of all, you have the word "quick" in an ugly font, spelled KWIK, in a blue ugly.
That
font.
Already makes me not want to go to your store.
Exactly, you spelled "quick" wrong on purpose.
Don't do that. Just say it the way. Just write it the way it's supposed to be written.
Right. You're quick, and then there's a large space in between the next word.
Very large.
Like a kind of an absurdly large space. Stop. Quick stop. And then it's like was it in a stop sign? I think.
I don't even.
Yeah.
I think it was in a stop sign, and then there's another ridiculously long space. N. Just the letter N, and then another space. Go. Quick stop and go. And now we make fun of it by calling it
has
quick.
To be a mart.
It's Quick Stop and Go
It has
Mart.
to be quick. If I have a convenience store, that's what we're gonna name it.
Well, they're gonna get sued.
I wonder. What do you just grow up thinking I want to open up a convenience store?
Well, no, I want to open up a Quick Stop and Go Mart, specifically.
Yeah, franchise. You can do franchise fees and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. This is small business, soon to be taxed, 73%.
Yeah, oh,
Politics.
that's evil.
The First Strike Politics cast.
Yeah.
We're not even gonna touch on that. All right, moving
That's
forward.
how to get shut
Let's talk
down
about some
fast.
games. Yeah, so Pokemon, they have made a lot of changes, but the core gameplay, what it comes down to when you break it down to the most basic part of it, is the exact same. But they add extra stuff to make it flare up.
I'm reading Gamer Bro's comment over there, and I don't know what Mega Bracelets and Z-Stones are, but...
Z-Stones help with evolutions.
Okay. 100 plus new items, that's cool.
Wicked.
How about actual gameplay? Is that still exactly the same?
Like...
Yeah, Damien, come down here. Let's talk politics a bit.
Oh, I would love that. I want him to come down here just to hear you two have one conversation. Just one, because immediately, I know that would be the most entertaining thing in the world. And it doesn't matter what you're talking about. But no, he's too busy. You're too busy. You're all too busy.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have conference calls.
Oh, good.
Then we're good.
Perfect. Yeah. I don't know what any of that means. Pokemon, it's out of my league.
So, 2 years from now, are you going to be looking back at October 27th, 2017, being Assassin's Creed Origins is the best game to come out that day? Or Mario Odyssey is the best game to come out that day?
I mean, from a critic's perspective, and it would be Mario. But me and you specifically?
Yeah.
I think you like Origins more.
You think so, eh?
I think so. Egypt is the
I watched
best.
about 5 seconds of gameplay. And I was
Sold.
impressed, and I stopped.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's more than you usually do. You like to hold off on.
Yeah,
any-
I haven't watched anything. Assassin's Creed Origins, I've seen almost nothing. But I saw it on IGN. They were playing it a little bit, and it looks cool.
It does. I just love that Egypt setting. I just love that. I can't get enough of it. I want more.
Yeah?
I want more Egypt. Is that too much to ask for?
No, I think this one's gonna be real good.
It looks good too. I will play it when I get the console.
Somebody was telling me, I forget who, but you actually go into the pyramids.
Oh, I would imagine they have to. There's no way you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
but that's so cool.
You gotta go do some tomb raiding.
I'm pumped.
I
And
know.
it's actually set in the time of just after they were built.
Oh,
I was concerned it was going to be like 300 years later and it wouldn't be quite as interesting.
Oh, so this is
But
like
it's set
pharaohs.
there's pharaohs. That's
Oh, okay. See that?
I know.
That gets
I
my
know.
dick hard.
Yeah,
That drains my balls. I
Yeah.
need to see that. I want to play that.
yeah. I'm pretty stoked.
I need that in my life.
I might save that for November 6th.
November 6th. Yeah? What's November
Maybe.
6th?
It's a Monday.
Yeah? What's happening on Monday?
I'm gonna be playing that Assassin's Creed Origins most likely.
Is that okay? What's happening November 5th?
It's a Sunday. I believe.
Yeah, we are.
On November 5th, you're moving in.
Probably.
Not November.
We'll have more stuff at that point.
No, not
Probably.
November 5th.
What's
The other
going on?
Sunday.
How did you know someone subbed?
Because I have a widget on my phone that tells me when people subscribe.
Oh, nice.
Look.
I'd be.
Yeah.
Good work. Yeah, game mode wise, nothing's new. Graphics and animation the exact same. Well, like they extended out the animations a little bit in battle scenes. It's not just like a
Sure.
your sprite moves. But like yeah, but that doesn't mean the gameplay's changed, right? Yeah, how that. Like my thing is though, because if you were a hardcore fan of a series, you're gonna like it no matter. Like if Paper Mario, I love it so much. If they made another Paper Mario game like the first two, I'm down. If they made another one.
But have you played Color Splash? Have you played Paper Jam? Have you played Sticker Star?
I
Have you
played Sticker Star.
But you haven't played the other ones.
I've not.
See?
They're all trash.
But they're all shit.
But
Because
you
they
just-
changed it. They changed something good. Something that was working.
Did they change it that much?
They took a simple RPG that was fun and known for its funny dialogue and gameplay
Apparently
mechanics.
the dialogue is solid in
It is.
in them.
Hold on a
still.
second. And fun gameplay mechanics. And they took that and they took away all the story and all the fun gameplay mechanics. And they replaced they shoehorned in some stickers and then some really gimmicky paper mechanics. They took about the core of Paper Mario that made it good, kind of the heart of it, and then made it a
Yeah,
kid's
see,
game.
that's another front. Like, why did they just whore it out for a few years?
I really don't know.
I find that weird, and none of it was good. Like, I just don't. Man, that Nintendo, they're doing their own thing all the time.
All the time. That's what they do. It's
I
what
swear they do it just so people
will complain
can't
about it.
pick up on what they're doing. They want to remain mysterious for whatever reason, and I don't.
Gives them a leg
I
up.
don't get it.
Gives them a leg up. I don't know how.
Does it?
I don't know.
They think it does.
I don't know.
They think they're about 4 legs up on everybody.
Yeah.
God.
Can you be 4 legs up on me, please?
If I had 4 legs, I probably would
Look
try.
at these legs too. Look at both of us.
There you go.
All right, I'm done with Pokemon. Has-
I've been done with Pokemon since grade 7.
yeah, okay. I should have. I walked into that.
I can name probably 5.
I walked into that. 5, huh? Can you name 5?
Pikachu.
Nah, that's
Charizard,
not a Pokemon.
No.
That Squirtle guy.
Yeah, that's 3 of them.
Blastoise.
That's 4 of them. I mean, okay, yeah.
Geodude.
You know, Geodude.
Hate that
You
guy.
remind me of
Hate
Geodude.
that
Yeah.
guy.
Man, if I was gonna
That
pick a
guy.
Pokemon that you are, it would be Geodude.
That's the 2 fists.
That 2
weird
fist
guy.
rock.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Golem.
That guy
Yeah.
sucks.
That's exactly who you would be in Pokemon World.
I think that's. Oh, Mewtwo.
There you go.
But I wouldn't know that.
And Mew.
Oh, they're different.
There's Mew and Mewtwo.
Really?
Yeah.
They have
Also Mew 3 and Mew 4.
Nice.
Mew 5,
Nice,
Mew
yeah.
6. Goes all the way up to Mew 11.
We got a question.
Okay, what's up?
Favorite DS 3DS game? I can tell you exactly which one
Could you?
is my favorite.
Learn math.
I haven't opened it yet.
Have you not opened it
I'm
yet?
saving it for a rainy day.
My favorite DS/3DS game would
There's
be...
only one answer here.
Well, please hit me with it.
No, go ahead. I'll tell you if you're
Is
right.
it
or not.
Mario Maker?
No, that is on the 3DS. Though,
It is.
isn't it?
It is.
Oh, that's cool.
Does that change your mind?
No, not really. I haven't played it, so like.
Well, you'll say my answer's wrong, but the only game I ever played on the DS and loved, and actually got into it, is called Ninja Town for the original DS.
That was a super cartoony looking box, right?
Yes. And you have these
I
little
think I've seen that
cute
box
little
before.
ninja dudes, and you put houses down, and then these bad guys come and they defend you. And the point A, point B, bad guys try to
Really,
get
that's
from
your
point A to point B.
favorite?
That's my favorite DS3DS game.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
No.
That's pretty bad.
Nope, absolutely it is.
Very bad.
Absolutely it is.
The right answer
Yes.
is Bravely Default.
Bravely Default.
Yep, it's one of the best ones.
Okay, I don't need your snarky side comments!
I think that's
What's Bravely Default?
that's the only 3DS game I've actually played and beat.
I've never...
It's a new RPG set in the ways of a Super Nintendo RPG. And
Oh.
the thing that made it really good is the two things. The first one is it was called Bravely Default, and there are two mechanics. You can brave or you can default. Okay, so you have your party members,
Okay.
and it's a turn-based RPG.
I'm already on board.
So you can choose to just attack, and then you get attacked, and then you attack, and then back and forth like normal. Or you can brave, and you can brave up to 4 times. And what brave does is it lets you hit the guy 4 times in a row, but then you're not getting a turn for 4 turns.
Oh.
If you default, you bank those turns, so you could attack 8 times in a row. So it changes a lot of stuff, and you can do this with your whole party. So at first, you just brave with all 4 of them, and you get 16 turns. But man, if you don't kill that guy, you are dead, because you get nothing for 4 full turns.
Yeah.
So that system, super, super awesome.
That's creative as balls.
That's good, and to make it even better, they added a slider for a bunch of things where it's a random encounter game, so you walk around, oh, it's fighting time. You can turn that off. You can turn that encounter at half of what it normally is. You can turn it up to double or triple what it normally is if you just want to grind.
Okay.
Or you can turn it all the way off if you just want to get somewhere you're going to die or whatever. So you can move that as a slider and whatever. And then a few other options like that too. It's really, really good.
Man. I like that gameplay mechanic. That's interesting. And they've only made one of these.
No, they have 2.
Okay.
They do have a second one.
Yeah,
First one's harder to find because they didn't know if it was going to do well or not. But it's published by Square Enix. I don't know who actually developed it, but they did a fantastic job.
Have you played both?
Just the first one.
And you actually, I can't imagine you sitting down with a 3DS playing through a full
I did.
game. I'm impressed. Good work.
That's the only 3DS game I've played and completed.
Missa Nunn is a big fan of it, clearly. Yeah, I've heard the name, but I knew nothing about
It's
it.
very good. You
Like-
can pick it up for around, I think, $60 now. It is
Okay.
worth a little bit more.
Okay.
But a game like that's going to be worth over $100 in 5 years for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That doesn't even sound so bad.
So,
That leads me to a question I have. Just one of those hypothetical questions, and I've asked this one before. We've done this on the podcast, but the obvious answer doesn't really work anymore.
not the Wii.
So I want to ask again. An IP that has been dead for a while that you want to see come back with a new game. Like I mentioned,
Okay,
Bubsy is getting
I have my answer.
Do you? Because Metroid was kind of always the obvious, like, hey, we want a new Metroid game. Metroid is getting new games, which is dope. It's dank. It's crunk. It's lit. Yeah. Both of you just cringed at that one. What IP do you want to see? Because you clearly know already. Also, Nathan Peters and Growling Panda, welcome to the stream.
Chrono Trigger.
Yeah? Okay, fair enough.
They made 2 games, and we haven't got one since the PS1.
Fair enough.
Give me a new one.
They didn't even acknowledge it on the Super Nintendo Classic, which is weird.
Yeah, it wasn't on there.
Yeah, that's...
So, I mean, you can...
If
what
you
kind of
not-
clues can we draw from that? Are they...
Well, if you can acknowledge Star Tropics, a game that's not even mentioned anymore on the NES.
It was a very important game on the NES, though.
Sure, but Chrono Trigger's that's one of the best games.
Yeah,
on
I'm
Super-
still... Well, you can't have too many turn-based RPGs.
It's the Super
I think
Nintendo.
Earthbound took Chrono Trigger's spot.
I believe you on that.
Because you have Final Fantasy 3, you have Mario RPG, and now you can choose between Earthbound and Chrono Trigger. Earthbound they can just put on there for free, and that's fine. Chrono Trigger, they're going to have to pay Square Enix.
I think that's why they didn't put
For
it on there.
That's probably the main reason.
Sure, but they put Final Fantasy on the thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it should have been there. It should have.
Absolutely. It
Why
should.
not open one more slot? Put it because it's
That
not like you
needed to
didn't
be
have the space.
there, and Turtles in Time needed to be there to make that thing very good. So I would love a new Chrono Trigger. I don't even know how they do that. Like that would be
So many years later, is it a 3D game? Are we
it'd
going?
be really tough to do. it would be very, very difficult. So it's probably not going to happen.
Realistically, no.
But that would be super cool.
Chrono Trigger. I could have expected that. Either that or Fairy Fencer Advent Dark Force. We need a second one.
That game's not bad.
I'm gonna keep.
It's just not bad.
If I
had a buddy that played it, and it's not bad. It's
everyone in the chat,
bad.
if I advised you that Fairy Fencer F Advent Dark Force was a game worth your time, would you laugh at me or would you be like, yeah, I want to go play that?
I paid $7 for it.
This will forever be the game I make fun of you the most for. And your new Peach Beach.
I'll stand by it.
Peach Beach Splash would make fun of you for that one too.
I'm selling right away, man. Well, I might keep it. I'll probably never open it though.
Fairy Fencer F
It's already.
Advent Dark Force. It just
I
sounds
don't know
like
what the F stands for.
this sounds like a tweens
Yeah,
kids cartoon for girls.
but the writing was actually very well done, and yeah.
Well, Robert, that was the right answer. Although I'm not going to recommend that game. Ugh.
She's played that?
Wow. What have you not played, Rhiannon? Because these are cringe.
Yeah.
They had some big,
Oh.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, it's
table
weird.
physics are so good.
yeah,
But that
personalities,
the
big
battle
personalities.
system of that game is one of the better battle systems in RPGs. It was
Okay.
very, very well done.
Better than, like, Persona 5.
No. Not even close.
I'm just saying, if you're saying...
That's one of the best. So
I really liked that game's art style and how
and the
that played
music of that game are just super fantastic.
out. I don't know what's up with this OBS thing. It's struggling with the internets. I bet it would be good.
The stream's going fine.
It's just...
Doing anything bad.
It's choppy when you watch it back after, and I don't know why.
I did. It was doing fine.
Whatever. Oh, okay, moving forward. An IP that I want to see come back? Man, that's a great question. I didn't even consider... I mean, Star Tropics would be cool. I've never even played Star Tropics. What's something... I feel like there's not many dead IPs that I really... No, I have one. I want a new
Balloon fight.
balloon fight. Yeah, I want a new Spyro game, man.
Yeah.
I love Spyro. That cute little purple dragon. First 3 games were so good.
Yeah, the purple dragon looking dude.
Yeah, purple dragon looking dude. I love that guy. He was awesome. He was the bomb. And then Skylanders ruined him.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know the tragic...
See, I never really played Spyro, so I have no...
See, everybody played Crash, and then those people played Spyro, and then there's people who preferred one or the other. I was the minority who preferred Spyro.
With the Spyro.
I just loved Spyro. He was the cute. I loved the music in that game. It all just fit me. And then the tragic fate of Spyro is a long one, but to summarize it, Insomniac Games didn't have any more ideas for it, and then Universal owned the rights to Spyro, so they had.
And that's where everything gets tricky.
It's where it gets weird. So I think is it Traveler's Tales? Is that who made the next Spyro game?
Mm.
I think so.
Mm.
I believe it's Traveler's Tales who took Spyro from that point on. They made the next 2 games on the GameCube, PS2, Xbox, Hero's Tale, and Enter the Dragonfly, and they were just rushed, glitchy messes. Because from this point forward, Spyro was released. This is a history lesson with Brandon, man. I like this. Yeah, so there was a Spyro game released every single year for like the next, I think it's 10 years or something like that. So you get just these rushed, glitchy messes that have no
Well, that's
heart.
what you want in a game.
Yes, I look for rushed, glitchy messes. That's what I want. So you get these 2 terrible games, and then what? Traveler's Tales is done with the series, and they pass it on to, I don't even remember what the next company was, to make 3 more Spyro games, which tried to revive the series by renaming it to the Legend of Spyro.
Awesome cover art.
Really cool cover art. It was sweet. You got A New Beginning, Eternal Night, and Dawn of the Dragon.
Dawn of the Dragon's like a $120 game on PS3.
It's crazy because it's also on the PS2. They're all 3 are on the PS2. The first one is on the GameCube, but not the PS2. Like the other 2 are not on the PS2 or not on the GameCube. Sorry. It's weird how they're broken up. One of them's on the Wii. I don't know.
I have that one on the Wii.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I would not want to play that on the Wii. I'd play it on PS3. And these games are apparently, if you look at them objectively, they're not bad. They're well made. They weren't as rushed as the others, but they don't play like Spyro games anymore. They go from
And they didn't get the hype that the other ones did. Like everybody
really
was
didn't.
done with Spyro at that time, so they.
Well, they
did.
really changed it, right? They took the 3D collectathon platformer, that cute, charming dragon, and they turned it into an action adventure game where David Spade voices your little fairy friend all of a sudden.
Really?
He has all these sarcastic comments.
Oh man, that makes me want to play it.
And Frodo from Lord of the Rings is now the voice of Spyro instead of Tom
That I
Kenny,
knew.
the voice of SpongeBob. So he was a snarky, funny dragon who is now this he acts like Frodo. He turns into Frodo pretty much. The personality's identical. And the games take a big change. And if you hadn't played the original Spyro games, you'd probably like these because they're actually not bad. But for true Spyro fans, it's too different and everyone whined about it. And then Skylanders. Activision buys the rights to Spyro, and then they used him to advertise the new Skylanders game, which took off, and then when they didn't need Spyro anymore, they just left him dormant. Because they didn't need him to advertise Skylanders, and now nothing's been done with him for years.
Nothing.
Yeah. That's the tale, the sad tragedy of Spyro. And I want a new game. I don't care who makes it, as long as they're good at it.
Damien wants to see a new Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, good luck. Have you played Yooka-Laylee, Damien? It's not the same.
The last Banjo game made was a hot mess.
Nuts and bolts?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a kart racer kind of now.
Well, sort of. It's a build your cart racer.
Why? How is that a good idea?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know. Have you ever watched the dialogue at the start of that game? They talk about how 3D platformers are out of style.
Yep.
Kids like cars. So we're going to make a car game on a Banjo and
You know what's
Kazooie.
funny? They had that game packaged. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. It was Banjo-Kazooie with Viva Pinata and a controller. It was a package deal. And I bought that because
Banjo.
for $20 you would get Banjo and Viva Pinata like extra. Than if you just buy the controller. So the pack with the two games was only $20 more. So
Really?
I bought it and I played it soon after it came out, whenever it was.
For sure.
Terrible. And then I'm like, maybe this Viva Pinata game's okay.
It's bad.
Terrible, man.
Like, Rare just lost it. Like, Star Fox Adventures, terrible. It's not that good.
Yeah,
It's a...
but you gotta their first chance on a new platform. Who knows with that? That can go bad for a lot of people.
You're right, but
But after that, they just Connect games, man. Connect Adventures. Let's do this shit.
Did they make Connect Adventures?
No, probably not. I can't remember what they just did. A lot of garbage Connect stuff.
I know that was their shtick.
But yeah, a new Banjo. I don't know if we'll ever see that. I think if Yooka-Laylee would have just balls to the wall sold like crazy, then I think it would have been more likely.
Which is
but it didn't sell that great.
No.
But they already had made their money, so they didn't rely on the sales for that. So
It was...
So we'll see what happens with it.
It was really a fan project.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect a Yooka-Laylee 2. What do they call it? Tuka-Laylee or something like that? Yooka-Laylee 2. Yooka-Laylee the sequel. And I wouldn't really... If they announced it, I wouldn't be that excited. Because I did like it. It was good, but it wasn't Banjo-Kazooie. It didn't re-spark those games, in my opinion.
Not quite.
Because they didn't innovate anything with it, I don't think. Like, it's... What made that game so cool at the time was that it was new. That it did something kind of...
Yeah, I need to play more of it to make sure.
I played through
I
more
still
of
have
it.
that T-shirt, that backer T-shirt.
Oh, that's right.
Hang that up in here.
You really should. Yeah, I don't know. When you make a platformer like that, you gotta break... You have to do something new to make it interesting.
Yeah.
Add a new mechanic, something that breaks you from the norm. Like a Hat in Time. I haven't played it yet, but it's getting so many good reviews, and it's been treated like they took a platformer, like they compared to Yooka-Laylee. Yooka-Laylee took Banjo-Kazooie and they just kind of remade it with a new skin, right? Hat in Time made another 3D platformer, but they made it so different and so interesting that it worked. And that's all I know about that game. I really want to play it and give like a proper review, but that's what 3D platformers need to do to succeed. Yooka-Laylee didn't necessarily do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my spiel on that.
So, I learned something new today.
Okay. Hit me.
Yeah.
Maybe one more time.
This is
What?
one of those interesting tidbits you...
What does Hyundai and Nintendo have to do with each other?
Hyundai? Japan?
What does Samsung and Sega have to do with each other? You'd think nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a thing called a Samsung Saturn, and there's a Nintendo Entertainment System that is called the Comboy. That looks exactly like an NES, and they made a Super Comboy, and they made a Comboy 64.
What?
Yeah.
What's a Comboy?
It's exactly the same as the systems we got, the NES, the Super Nintendo, and the 64. But it is the Korean version.
Korean.
And Korea really hated Japan for a lot of reasons. And they were not allowed to bring in anything made by Japan. That was their country motto. So their Korean companies, Samsung and Hyundai, they negotiated deals with Sega and Nintendo to make their branded consoles, but everything in it would be Nintendo and Sega.
And they agreed to this?
Yeah. So they're super hard to find, and they were sold at way too high of a price that you could import the systems from Japan at a cheaper price than buying these. But you can look it up. It looks the same.
It's
with
identical.
some fancy writing stuff on there. And on the Sega, on the Samsung Saturn, it doesn't say anything about it being a Sega Saturn. It's a Samsung Saturn.
Samsung Saturn.
And it plays the Sega Saturn games, but they removed Sega from everything in there.
They won't even use their branding.
They will not say Sega on there. The Nintendo ones will still say Nintendo.
Okay, but the Sega ones won't.
But the Sega ones won't.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I don't know if I just didn't remember this, but I can't remember ever hearing about it.
I've heard the word Comboy before. Like, I've heard that.
Yeah.
And I don't...
And that's an NES with this fancy writing on there and a little bit of Nintendo writing on the side. But who would have thought Hyundai sort of made a console?
Well,
they
sold the console.
Yeah, they
didn't...
distributed everything.
That is so weird.
I thought that was very interesting.
And they would play because these consoles are region locked. So like, they play PAL and TSC?
They would play the Japanese games.
Okay.
And I think the Samsung Saturn could do PAL and Japanese.
Wow, that is weird.
They had a little bit cheaper parts on the inside. They weren't exact clones, but you can find these, and there's certain games for these, especially the NES ones or the Comboy ones, that'll say Korean version on there, and it's made to play in a Comboy.
That is the weirdest thing in the world.
Yeah, which is super weird. So
the Comboy, the Super Comboy, and the
all
Comboy
of a sudden
64.
now I'm on eBay and I see this Samsung Saturn. I'm like, what the shit is this thing?
Samsung.
And it's $3,000. Do I want? Maybe I get it.
Maybe I can. Maybe
I thought about it.
Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
Treat yourself.
That's what I said.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, Samsung is like, that's weird. Don't get me wrong, but to say I have a Hyundai game console is the weirdest thing in the world.
Yep.
That is the weirdest thing in the world.
It is.
Wow.
So.
You just taught. Wow. That's pretty cool. You just taught me something new. Yeah, I want to get a Hyundai N64. Hyundai 64.
I want that Samsung Saturn, man.
I bet you do.
It'll look real nice.
Oh, just look like a Sega Saturn.
Yeah, there's actually 3 versions of the Samsung Saturn.
Does each one slowly get a worse sound card?
Probably.
Well,
but yeah, it all kind of kickstarted. I had a lady come in here today, and she's probably around 50-ish, something like that. And her and her husband were both long distance truckers, and her husband wanted to play a baseball game on the road.
Right. Oh yeah.
So I'm showing her. I had a baseball games for a Game Boy Advance SP and baseball games for a Game Gear, and she didn't know which one to go with. So she went with the SP, but she said she might come back and get the Game Gear instead.
That's so weird.
Yeah,
To
I
pick
know.
the Game Gear over.
Yeah. So, and then she said that she was looking at all the consoles we had. She said she has a Saturn at home.
Like what?
With a bunch of games. And just, like, it's this, like, 50-year-old lady telling me she's got a Sega Saturn at home and that she played it back in the, like, it's just super cool, man. And then she's, whatever, asking if there's any money in it at all. And I was saying, yeah, like, the console alone, like, I'd offer you $80 for it. Like, it's a hard to find console. It would be wicked. She has a bunch of games and stuff, and yeah, so she might bring that down. That'd be pretty sweet.
I would love it if she did. I want to see the games she has for that thing. That would be mint.
Yeah, I used to have about 20 Saturn games.
Wow. What happened to those?
Sold them.
It's a damn shame. Like all your Genesis games. To that guy in Edmonton.
It was only like 20.
Yeah, but it was still quite a few. Not that anyone was buying them here. Oh well. Matt, was that your history lesson then for the day?
Yeah, it's a short one.
Yeah, no, I like that though. That was interesting. You taught me something new. Do you have anything else?
I think that's about it. We're gonna be streaming some of that Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, Thursday night we're gonna go get some shrimp.
Yeah, we are.
We're gonna go pick this game up. Shane's not sure if he's more excited for the shrimp or the game.
Might be the shrimp.
Might be the shrimp. We're gonna play the
Man,
game.
I'm nervous about this Mario Odyssey. I just don't know. I want it to be cool. The fact that it's coming out on my birthday, or we're gonna have it on my birthday night or whatever. All that's super cool and awesome. But I'm just nervous, man.
I don't know what to think. I'm excited to play it in a way, but like I'm not jumping. Like with Breath of the Wild, around this time, I was hyped. I was really excited. With Mario Odyssey, I'm looking at the game and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna play it, but I'm not ecstatic about it. I'm hoping that once I get into it, I'll be like, all right, this is wicked. But I get a lot of those Galaxy vibes off of it, and that's my gray area, which is why a lot of people are going to like it because people love Galaxy. So.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna mention earlier. But like, what did people like about Galaxy? What was the reason it was good?
It is interesting.
It has the best characters and story of any
Level design was awesome.
Mario game. People like
Level design was garbage.
That's what I don't like about it. But other people like it. They defend the 3D. It's 360 degree.
I don't know. Maybe I need to watch some video on that game or something.
I think you need to play it.
Just gotta go through it all the way.
No,
I just want to use a controller, man.
I can't bring myself to swing my arm around like a freaking monkey, and I just can't do that.
I'm sure you'd be fine if you did it.
I don't know, man.
This is getting stale fast. I think we're gonna wind things down.
Winding down.
Winding down. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to First Strike.
I thought we were winding down. Now it's done?
Season
So
2.
we're just slamming down.
Episode 9. We appreciate you coming by.
How are we winding?
We will, as usual,
Wind down.
see you next time.
On the winding down
Tuesday.
show. Or Thursday. Or Friday.
9:30 p.m. CST. Also later this week for some Super Mario Odyssey, probably on the Friday.
That's Metal Gear Solid.
And Kai will be streaming Metal Gear Solid. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys next week. We appreciate it. Robert, we did ship your shirt. You will get it soon. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't. Just a quick note on that shirt. I wonder if they've been flagging a lot of my stuff at the border for some reason. Must be all the cocaine I'm getting.
Peddling. That must be it.
But so sometimes it just takes a while before maybe it gets out. I don't know. I didn't even mention that. Some guy, he bought a factory sealed Exertainment mountain bike route. I forget what the game's called for Super Nintendo. It's the one of the rarest Super Nintendo games. It's worth thousands of dollars. Probably, I'd say between $5,000 and $10,000.
Okay.
Factory sealed. So he buys it. It gets sent to him. He gets it, and it's opened, and the box is cut everywhere. It got at customs. They opened it up.
No.
They opened it up.
No.
And this is a guy that's on a Facebook page that wanted on those game wheel things, and that's just that's that you can't replace that.
No.
Even if you have
never
money,
in history will that
if
be.
you get insurance, you can't just go find one of these things. And they cut it open, and like the box had just like perfect box cutter marks over it, and then they just threw it all together and.
That broke my
Like,
heart.
man, that's terrible.
That's like
terrible.
killing a baby. Well, that broke my heart. Like stabbing
Yeah.
a puppy.
Yeah, it's worth just a bunch of money.
That guy must have been
That's
pissed.
that weird thing underneath the Super Nintendo there that I have.
Oh yeah.
It's a game for that, like for the exercise bike and all that.
No way. That guy must have been just ticked.
Welcome
Oh
back.
yeah.
Did he get
and
rough? Like, did he get
Well, that's the thing, because it's a game wheel. So he paid anywhere between $1 and maybe $200 or $300 or whatever for. Yeah, it sucks. That just sucks all the way around.
Oh, I wish you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I just forgot about that until now.
Way to end it off on a sad note.
No, we were winding down.
That's not winding down.
That's winding
That
down.
is not winding down. That's a hard break in the road.
Winding down.
Thank you for tuning in. Next week, 9:30 p.m. CST. We'll see you guys from Mario Odyssey. Have a great night.
Winding down.
We love your faces.
Winding.